What have you every morning? You
No,
are
because
a
I think
genius. I mean, I'm not going to ask you how
no,
you did it, but it's so well. How are you
no,
this
but this
morning?
I'll tell you something, right?
Tell us.
This the one that I do at this time is morning for me.
I know.
So at this time, all the kids they've gone to school, so it's just
Right.
me in
So
the
it just
house.
be
I'm
that time you are doing better to do some cleaning before you
multi
get out
exactly.
yourself or just
Yeah,
resting. Okay, fair enough. I get it now.
yeah.
So, how are you this morning then?
I'm fine, thank you, Michael. How are
So
you?
welcome. Well, very well. Thank you. Please.
Thank you so much. I don't have a lot to add. I just like joining your platform. It's so fun.
I know it can be.
I don't have a lot to add, but I want to say something. I want to just keep on encouraging you because I feel like the work that you do is invaluable, and I wish that I had the same passion. I think maybe passion and maybe thick skin because you have a lot you have thick skin because of everything that you experience while trying to put the show together and everything with people calling in. I have a very, very low threshold for nonsense. So I feel like if somebody says something, it can set
You
me
can
off. I think
easily
that's also
flare
for my
up and say,
own.
hey, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, stop that. Don't say that. No, you will do
uh,
better. Yeah. See, sometimes, you see, human mind, sometimes we underestimate the human mind. Most importantly, right, whatever we put our mind in, seriously, Charm, you will do it better even than me, than myself. Because, there are some certain things that you will do not because of that person calling or talking, but because of those
yeah.
watching, people like yourself seated there,
Oh, I see what
right?
you mean. I
So
see. I see
eventually
what
you
you
just
mean.
like,
Like,
sometimes now inside there, you'll be pushing some things down like that. So you get,
uh,
because if you
uh,
bust, some people will be like, oh my God, I understand you, but I didn't expect that. I was so,
oh
kind
yes,
of shy. You will
I've
do it.
experienced not personally experienced, but I've seen where you've gone off on one or two people, and I was like,
You
oh,
know now where
is
I'm
that
like,
my
those are the times I like, I'm then probably like you, like, no, I'm not taking this. I'm going to say something now. No, I'm going to say something now. But yeah,
Yeah.
but we will all have
So I
to do what
mean,
we have to do. That's the point, okay? When you know that, I
absolutely,
see
but
myself sometimes when I sit down here and I look at my screen and I see 500 people or 2,000 people, I just suddenly see like, well, there are so many eyes on me, okay?
yeah,
And it's like everybody's sitting, I mean, seated in front of me, and I don't want to make a fool of myself. Like I could try to be funny, but I don't like making a fool of myself. So that is why
no,
so many things are at play at a time, right? But I'm glad I'm getting
yeah.
better, Sha. I could be your
No,
role
I mean,
model
yeah.
now,
Listen, you're doing fantastically well. Again, you're not the only. You're doing fantastically well. I listen to a
Thank
lot
you.
of people. I listen to Aisha Yusuf.
Thank
I
you.
listen to Dele Farotimi. I mean, they're all amazing in their own right and everything, but you're exceptional in the way you do your own things.
All right.
Now, regarding, I just
Thank you,
wanted
ma'am. Go
to,
on.
um, I think the other day we were talking, and I called in on a saying that we shouldn't exonerate ourselves from the problem that is that region at the moment at all, because all of us contributed to the problem that we had today. And I think Martinelli in the chat was, saying the same thing, that unless we as a people collectively, start going after these people, we're never going to move the needle in the direction that we want it to go, right? And just to re-echo, I think what not the previous caller, the one before was saying, that I think Adaeze was saying that we can't exonerate ourselves. Maigu, growing up, when certain people of clout, people that had money were in our presence, how did it make you feel? You felt like, special, or that, when you're in the midst, like,
I have
the
to be at
shine is
my
rubbing
I
up
have
on
to be
you.
at my best. I don't want to mess it up.
You have to be at your best, or that, when you're in the midst of somebody who is well-to-do, you also feel a certain way, like,
You can
all
feel
these
the
people that have money,
aura, you can
well,
feel their presence, and
exactly, you can
somehow
feel
you
something.
just, yeah, I get that.
Okay, so this is the part that we all played, with regards to all of these people. If they said tomorrow, oh my God, Babangida's son or daughter is going to come and marry, will you have the capacity to say, I don't want to be part of your cursed wealth? please don't come and answer the hand of any of my children. Would you have the capacity to say that? Or would you sit down in one place and think, you know what, these people are going to open doors for us, we'll have access to this and that and the other.
Access, yeah.
You know, so why should I say no to their proposal? We need to change the mindset in our country. There's a lot of things that have been enthroned, right? Mediocrity has been enthroned. Wealth without enterprise has been enthroned. Power without purpose has been enthroned. So you're not able to do, you know, so you have all kinds of people. You see people, you know, pastors who you know in your heart. Because I'm sure just the way that a lot of us feel like we're being swindled by these people, majority of them know that their pastors are not truthful. But how many of them get up and go and walk out of that place and say, Pastor, you're not being truthful? They'll say, oh, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. This person is not a prophet of God. He's not. Okay,
and
if you can take from me,
but somehow
exactly,
they just let it slide, like, you know,
it's that letting it slide that has led us to where we are.
Absolutely,
that has given them the you know, the capacity and the, you know, they're so comfortable doing the things that they're doing. Look at Yeye Bello. Yeah. It is clear that he was a murderous, tyrannical governor, right? But here you have today, you have people praying for him.
Age. That's something that I don't know. You see, I told somebody once time, I mean, a while back, I said, we were having a chat, okay? I said, I do get angry, okay? But I don't get angry to the point of eating somebody. The last 12 years I've been in this country, not because of their law or what have you, but I kind of figure out like later, right, that what kind of level, see, there must be some level of anger in you, okay, to get to the point of holding your hand and punching someone on the face or even go ahead. Then I said, there's also going to be a level of anger or rage in you to kill someone. There must be. I mean, it has to build up. You can't kill somebody casually. And my friends were like, it could be something that is, you know, like psychological, but yeah, you can kill somebody casually. I said, no. It has to build up. Here you get. So when I look at these guys who look at somebody and say, Elopa, go and kill him. Like, what kind of rage will be inside of you? That somebody you are seeing alive now, you want them dead. I am still trying to understand the charm. They are so
what
evil,
your friends are saying,
so like flippantly, like it's
so easily. But what your friends are saying is true. Some of these people are psychopaths. When they said that the inhabitants of the asylum are the ones that are in charge, those don't take it lightly. Some of these people are psychopaths, and that's the reason why they're able to do what they're doing without no remorse, because it doesn't feel anyhow to them. It almost feels like, you know, I'm born this way type of thing, right?
I could do it because I can, kind of, right?
I can, and that's the way I am. And you know, you cannot change it, you know. The other day we were talking about what's his name? That lying lips Festus Okeyamo that came on whatever platform to say that he doesn't want to have blood on his hands. That made me laugh, because I was like, all you politicians, all of you have blood on your hands, because you know, because you are in a place of power and a plane did not crash, or you don't want to be responsible for a plane crashing because you don't want blood on your hands. Do you know how much blood you have on your hands, even if, you know, everything is going well with your portfolio at the moment, right? As a politician, if you have been given a project to do, or you say, okay, you're the minister of such and such, so you've been given money to do a thing. Now, instead of doing what you're meant to do,
Charm, I will give you a very good one to use for your analysis. It's a very good one for fraudsters, okay? Have you forgotten that it was the guy who said he was going to employ 774,000 youth cleaning streets with wheelbarrow, rake, cutlass? Have you forgotten? He was a former minister of labor now.
Junior minister for work or whatever.
This guy collected over 24 billion. That's how much the budget to be the salary of those guys, right? He never employed any 1,000 people anywhere. He put some few guys together in Warri, and then I took pictures with them where he was cutting grass. Ask him today, what happened to those employments? So talking about projects or something that assignment given to him to help the people, only to rip them off. That's a very
only to rip them off. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Just it's fantastic because now those people that he's supposed to have helped in quotes, some of them would have died in the process of waiting for him to help them.
You know?
Some of the girls would have gone to do prostitution. Some of the boys would have gone to become armed robbers or whatever. So you haven't benefited. So you have blood on your hands already. You're talking about not having more blood on your hands.
Do you remember when he was jogging in the video in America?
Yeah.
After Bukwari said, no.
Yes, I remember that he bought a house. He bought a house in the US, right? And then he had the audacity. He had the audacity to record himself jogging in the estate or wherever and posted it online. That's the impunity that we have in our of our politicians.
That's right.
Right? That they will do something that is criminal and be proud of it to flex and say, oh yes, this is where I am, and everything. And in fact, it's a slap on all our faces to say, this is where I am. You cannot do anything about it. You can only talk and you can only, make sure you can't do anything about it.
You can only wail and cry. Keep crying. Our God will keep blessing us. Really?
No, those are not God's blessings. Those are the devil's blessings, and it's what they call the repercussion is waiting for them. It's in front of them unless they repent and become something different. So I mean, just to buttress the point that the previous Adeze made and Martinelli is saying, unless we as the people collectively start, whenever these people organize themselves and they're in our midst, we have to start throwing stones at them. You have to start stoning them and start abusing them and take up arms against these people. Otherwise, we're not going to have any change. And just like you said, I think somebody was trying to make the point of getting INEC. We can't get INEC to do anything, not in this current dispensation. Tinubu is not going to remove the thing that is going to keep him in power. He's not going to restructure it. You're saying that, we need to force the issue.
Yeah, you have
I can understand trying to force the issue.
No, we are just using the narrative of, we are only using the analogy of the belief that some people are preparing for 2027 now. So if some certain things does not happen before then, it is pure a goose, a wild goose chase, sort of. So why not force the
I 100% agree with you. If we shouldn't even be talking about having an election. I agree with you on that. We should not be talking about having an election. Any election in Nigeria that you have now will be a rigged election. And in fact,
Absolutely.
whatever they're going to do between now and 2027 is to perfect it in such a way that if you say, okay, produce the INEC results, they will show you INEC results.
Yes.
Produce whatever. They will show it to you and tell you, these are the number of people that came to vote. This is how they voted. It will be clean. And you will not have a leg to stand up to take the court.
It won't even last 1 hour this time.
It will exactly. They'll throw it out. Right? So, but because we know that INEC is compromised, the judiciary is compromised, the whole political landscape is compromised, whatever changes that we want to see done before 2027 has to happen now. And the people have to get up and demand that change happens. Either you get Tinubu out of power and him and every other person that is behind him out of that place, so that I don't know whether it's an interim government, I don't know what it is that's going to happen, but first, we just need to get these people out of power. And then you can talk about, getting, because if we want to go back to a regional government, I only feel that it is the legitimate government that is going to say, that is going to push it, that will push for that referendum and push for it in such a way that the results of the referendum don't become compromised as well.
Like legit. Okay.
Exactly, to be legitimate, to be, like everyone from voting for Biafra actually voted to leave that contraption. Everyone voting for Ojibwa will leave to say, okay, we want to, because what you can have is he can pay lip service and say, okay, yes, we're going to do a referendum. They do a referendum, they do a kangaroo one. Everyone, it's not like rig it and then they say, oh, we all want to be one. We don't want to be one.
That's not what you're asking for. We've done it and you've lost.
Exactly,
so
we've done it.
No.
So anyway, just not
people feel cheated, they will never drop the agitation, despite your rigged referendum.
And that's the funny thing.
I hope people know that too, Sha. We do say that. We say that. We say that so kind of passively too, right? We say if they want to rig it, they should at least do it. We'll see, so that everybody can participate and then come and rig it. But if you rig referendum, you're not going to stop agitation for self-rule.
No,
because it will be obvious. In fact, it will kind of escalate it that you've cheated us. People won't go away.
No, absolutely, I agree with you. Because they rigged the results of the referendum doesn't mean that the agitation will go away. No. It will only continue. Mm-hmm. But you know how people can be easily, how will I put it? They will say, okay, there will be a majority of people that will continue to agitate, but then there will be a number of people that will argue.
Because one thing is this, right? You are very right in that part. Okay, to say it's easier to douse the tension without violence by letting people exercise those things, right? Even if, again, if you now rig it, at least you have something to say, but we have carried it out, so there shouldn't be any other thing for now until later, like
exactly
in Scotland. But there won't be this kind of animosity, this profiling and all that. I think I'm with you on that.
Yeah, because even if, I mean, because we're all there when they did the UK referendum.
Yes.
They did the UK referendum. The Scottish voted to remain within the United Kingdom. But after, when you had your female prime minister or whatever that's left now, I've forgotten her name.
Yeah, Nicola Sturgeon. That's her name.
Yeah, Nicola Sturgeon. When Sturgeon was your PM or minister, the first minister, right? She kept on pushing for it. She kept on trying to, get them to go back. But, when David Cameron did it, he said, you know what, this is the one and done. We're not going back. Okay. So we've all voted to remain as United Kingdom. But the thing is, just like we said, people still agitate for it regardless. And then there will still be one point where the Scottish will still say, you know what,
to win. Let me tell you this.
Exactly.
Right? See, before the first indie ref that we had, okay, at the time, there was some dissolution of power or the devolution of power that they were discussing in the Westminster. Scotland want to control more power. We want more controlled power. Do you know that out of the entire
the government is also already devolved. They do control some pockets.
But it was after we do, like other regions in the UK, okay? But Scotland is different. Yeah. Scotland has always been the one, but we have more control, devolved power than the rest of the UK.
Yeah.
Do you get that now when it comes to devolved power? But still, referendum is our main goal. So after that NDRF 1, the UK government devolved more power. So people who felt like we lost the referendum. Yeah, we lost the referendum, but we won a lot of things too. There are so many things that we are enjoying in Scotland. I mean, in Scotland today, that the rest of UK can only dream of. For example, the education.
I don't disagree with you, but I'm just saying that you have to look at each situation in a unique way.
Yeah.
Because of the way the region is, and because of the prevalent corruption, you can't say we're going to have the same outcomes with Scotland, that had the Scottish had in the United Kingdom. We won't. And the truth of the matter is that we need to have that separation, that regional government, that the individual regions governing themselves.
Anything that will take us away from
exactly,
and we can be in charge of our different affairs, not like this.
Absolutely. And I feel like that way people don't feel threatened, right? Then if you have Fulani headsmen coming down to the east for an insane reason, in the 21st or approaching almost the 22nd century, you're still talking about grazing cattle from north to south instead of finding some place in your state to graze your cattle and do what every other person, same human being in industrialized worlds are doing. Dairy farming, meat farming, whatever. They stay in one place. I've never heard people from Texas moving all the way to New York to say they're going to come and graze. What are you grazing?
For grass.
You're looking for grass. No, you don't do that, right? But if in our own separate regional governments, right, if a Fulani man is coming, he knows that he's coming to Biafra land.
A region.
And whatever he has to behave and act according to the law, right? If for some insane reason that I will not understand, right, he decides that he wants to move his cattle from wherever he
down to jail inside Biafra, and it could be live.
Exactly. And you have to know that whenever you come there, you are going to behave accordingly and you obey the law of the land.
That's it.
And if the people don't want you there, you move. You are not entitled to be there.
That's right.
Okay. So once we start to, do that, once we get there, but I feel like before we get there, everyone collectively, we have to come and chase these people out. We can't fold our arms and be looking at these people, because if not, we still have another 4 years of Tinubu, and after another 4 years of Tinubu, it will be 8 years of Shettima, because that one is waiting in the
It's not even Shettima, it's going to be Erufai. That's the plan. So the Shege can never be less. Do you understand?
Exactly.
It has to go higher and higher until people can no longer endure it. So we'll see we'll see what will be the breaking point.
Well, I hope the breaking point is, that's my own prayer, that this year that's my prayer, that this year should not go without the breaking point. Let me go, because other people are saying they want to call in.
I know, you've done well. Thank you very much, Charm. You are a star. Remember that always, okay? So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mario.
You have a good one, ma'am. So that is Charm there. I've got hello. Can you hear me?
Hello, dear. Baba Balagwa.
Baba Martinelli. Is that you?
That me be this, Baba. I hello.
Martinelli. Baba
Balagwa.
How are you this morning, Baba? Or this afternoon, rather? How are you today?
Now, afternoon we day for London. The sun they shine, but cold they blow still.
You know that kind of feeling where we say you go one way short, but once you enter outside like that, and you go rush back and you go put your joggies on. Well, they know they tell the person. They know they tell the person. Yeah, tell the person. They know they tell the person. But body, your body go tell you.
I say that's so. I say make I sing for my sister, the sister Charm. Vivid imagination, the
only designer in our generation.
Imagination.
Okay.
Imagination. Obviously, it's good though. Like you always say, if you can think about it, if you can dream it, then you can
make it happen. That's right, Baba.
Exactly. So I actually like the fact that she actually, laid out these plans. So, which actually means that we have people who know what they want. Okay?
That's
and well, I actually like the fact that Charm is able to call in every day and keep repeating this thing. I will encourage her to keep trying to call in as much as she can to keep repeating this thing, because I think it's very important that people know what they want. If people don't know what they want, then they can't go get it. And that is why it seems like, nothing is happening and nothing is changing. Because for me personally, I don't really think the people know what they want. And for those that have an idea of what they want, again, religion is what is holding them back. And that is why I will always say religion is a very, 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 very big problem in Nigeria. Like, no matter how much we want to underestimate it, Baba, religion is very, very
pretend that it is not a problem. I think a lot of people say religion is a big problem, but even they themselves may not even understand how deeper what they just mentioned as a problem is genuinely.
Exactly.
It is so deep.
Very, very.
It is so deep that the people that are supposed to provide security are looking at the people that they cannot protect and say, we must all pray to Allah to protect us. Let the Minister of Defense.
Can you imagine?
Minister of Power is looking at us and is saying, let us just pray to Almighty God that, our effort in power generation will work.
Baba,
the Minister of Health, who is telling us that God knows everything. Doctors are only trying. Now God they heal. Let the Minister of Health Tiwati Power. So that's the problem.
Imagine pastor to Magbadura for the pastor that is going to come and pray for that protection, the pastor that is going to come and pray for God to secure us, the pastor that will pray for that security, Baba, himself they get security we carry AK-47.
They talk AK-47, they see the kind gun with DSS they carry. That one we will just steal for film.
Drive inside bulletproof motor, Baba.
So who is deceiving who?
Who is deceiving who? And you know, it's very, very important that people take this matter very seriously. This religion thing. If we don't deliver ourselves from religion, it will be very, very difficult because again, we already have people who know what they want.
People can even deliver themselves at this point too. Martinelli.
But in that case, then I'm very sorry to say this. Then we are going nowhere. That's it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this, but if that is the
okay,
I'm sorry.
You know,
I'm sorry, but you can't deliver Baba because Baba, you and I, we've both agreed on this. Okay, it's a concluded
point.
Matter.
There's no point in beating a dead horse. At that point,
nobody's going.
All
you
of
and
us
I
are off
already
the
agree
table.
that nobody's going to save us. So if nobody's going to save us, and we cannot deliver ourselves, then what's going to happen, Baba? No, please, let's reason together now. If nobody's going to come and save us, and we can't deliver ourselves, what's going to happen?
Okay,
We're done.
I mean, it's a big one because you can't even answer that because I did something on that yesterday, Martinelli. Right? I said I am nobody's savior. I'm looking for somebody to save me too. Since I've not seen anybody to save me, I would rather get myself and boot up and then tack up and all of that and get myself ready to face anybody who want to take me down. Sure, you get, because nobody is going to fight for anybody. You can't fight for people who don't want to be fought for, Baba. How do you fight for somebody that we look at and say, now we send this one?
Like you were saying yesterday, you look at this one I want to fight for. Look at his muscle.
See, then they call people to fight for people. Now this one, this one. We need to this one won't fight for me. Well, this one, nobody send them all. Now there, where they beat you, where they tie you like a Christmas goat, they want slaughter. Now then you're going to regret. Play back.
Nnamdi Kanu has been in jail for 5 years. I haven't seen one single protest.
Okay.
And he's supposed to be fighting for the people. Shore was in detention for how many years? That guy was fighting his own battle. Nobody did anything. And then you want Mayegun to jump on the plane and come back and fight for you. They play.
See,
they play. If you're not ready to deliver yourself, if you're not ready to wake up from that slumber,
I'm not going to do it for you.
Get up. And do the needful.
Because there is even what you call there's even a saying, Baba. You cannot shave somebody's head behind them. So it simply means if anyone feels like there is a fight to fight, okay? So it simply means that you have to be present. We have to do it together. But if you think somebody wants to be your hero, I laugh.
Nah. That's not gonna happen.
No, it's not.
So that's why we'll always come back here.
Because it has been so counterproductive. Let's tell people why. It has never happened and it will never happen. It is counterproductive. No one man can fight for people who are not ready to really fight for themselves. Of course, everybody needs a leader. Every movement needs a direction, right? But there must be a movement first, okay? Before you have a direction or leaders, Abi. So you don't have leaders and then be looking for direction. No, come on.
Before you even start any job.